Hey everyone, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are exploring a totally universal human obsession: what actually happens behind closed doors. From ancient myths to real secret operations, we're going to look at some of the biggest conspiracies in history, mysteries that changed the world forever and still leave people questioning the truth. I mean, who really controls the world, right? It's just one single question, but man, it has fueled the imagination of millions. Throughout human history, conspiracy theories have fascinated people across the globe. Some of these are based on very real, documented secret operations, while others remain mysterious stories filled with unanswered questions. It drives our natural fascination with the unexplained and with the hidden forces that might secretly be shaping our lives. To unpack all of this, we'll journey through the lore of the unknown, unmask secret societies, explore myths and aliens, and look at government cover-ups. Then, we'll see what happens when conspiracies become reality, and exactly why we seek these answers in the first place. So, let's kick things off with Section 1, the lore of the unknown, the intrigue hook. Throughout history, people have intensely debated what goes on in the shadows. We are absolutely captivated by governments, assassinations, and unexplained events. And even today, with literally all of human knowledge right at our fingertips, we're still constantly searching for deeper meaning when faced with unanswered questions. It just proves that our desire to uncover the truth is completely hardwired into us. We simply cannot stand a locked door. But who actually holds the keys to those locked doors? That brings us to Section 2, Secret Societies and Global Power, the Puppet Masters. Take the Illuminati, for example. They actually started as a real, legitimate group back in 1776 in Bavaria, originally meant to promote knowledge. But theorists believe they never truly disbanded. Instead, the claim is that this shadowy organization secretly controls world governments, banks, media companies, you name it. They supposedly use symbols, like that all-seeing eye you see on the US dollar bill, to flaunt this hidden control. Now, historians will tell you there's very little evidence of this modern world domination, but thanks to social media and pop culture, the theory is more popular now than ever. We see a very similar dynamic with Yale University's Skull and Bone Society. Founded way back in 1832, they have real, highly influential politicians, business leaders, and intelligence officials as members. And because their meetings are just so intensely secretive, it sparks massive public curiosity, along with these rumors that members secretly influence global politics and help each other gain world power. Again, there's practically zero solid evidence of actual world domination here, but that strict secrecy, it keeps the public's imagination running totally wild. But our curiosity doesn't stop at shadowy politicians. It easily crosses over into the paranormal, which brings us to Section 3, Myths, Aliens, and Lost Worlds, the Unexplained. Way out in the Nevada desert sits Area 51. For decades, the US government completely denied the space even existed, which, naturally, only threw fuel on the fire. This extreme secrecy blew up into a massive conspiracy after the infamous 1947 Roswell incident in New Mexico. The military famously claimed the crashed object was just a weather balloon, but witnesses swore up and down they saw strange debris and even alien bodies. Even today, former workers and researchers claim Area 51 is hiding crashed UFOs and extraterrestrial tech that is miles beyond human understanding. Moving from the desert to the ocean, we've got the Bermuda Triangle, a fiercely debated patch of the Atlantic Ocean. For decades, stories have circulated about huge ships and airplanes just vanishing into thin air without any logical explanation. This has sparked wild tales of magnetic anomalies, underwater cities, and even alien portals to another dimension. Now, scientists argue that severe storms, navigation errors, and treacherous natural ocean conditions perfectly explain the whole shebang. Yet, the legend absolutely refuses to die. Even ancient history plays a massive part in our fascination with the unknown. Take Plato's original description of the lost city of Atlantis, a powerful civilization entirely swallowed by the ocean in a single day. Some researchers believe Atlantis was a real physical place, and they're still out there scouring the oceans for it today. Others think it was strictly a symbolic story, just meant to teach a moral lesson. But regardless of the lack of concrete evidence, Atlantis continues to completely capture our collective imagination. While lost cities are ancient history, what happens when shocking events occur in our own lifetimes? That brings us to Section 4, Tragedies and Government Cover-Ups, Doubting the Official Story. Looking at the mid-20th century, specifically the Cold War era, it was an absolute hotbed for suspicion. This period created a rapid succession of modern mysteries, from UFO crashes to high-profile assassinations, right through to mind control revelations that severely tested the public's trust in official narratives. A prime example of this is November 22, 1963, when President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas. Now, the official investigation concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted completely alone. However, the stark contrast between that official record and all the conflicting testimonies immediately fueled massive public doubt. Millions of people suspect the CIA, the mafia, or even the Soviet Union were involved. And honestly, to this day, so many people still believe the full truth has never really seen the light of day. Just 6 years after that, in 1969, humanity achieved something absolutely incredible with the Apollo 11 moon landing. Yet, there is a famous hoax theory claiming the US government staged the entire thing in a secret studio just to beat the Soviets. Supporters of this theory will point to strange shadows, the way the American flag moved, or missing stars in the photos. Now, scientists have repeatedly disproven these claims using basic physics and camera tech, but the conspiracy robustly survives as one of the most famous theories ever. Similarly, the tragic and sudden death of Princess Diana in a Paris car crash in 1997 completely shocked the world. The official reports ruled it a tragic accident caused by a speeding driver being chased by photographers. Yet conspiracy theories spread like wildfire. Many suspect she was intentionally silenced by powerful figures or intelligence agencies because she knew dangerous secrets. Despite multiple, thorough investigations finding zero evidence of foul play, that public suspicion has just never completely faded. And following the devastating September 11 attacks in 2001, which the official investigation squarely blamed on al-Qaeda, alternative theories spread rapidly. Some claimed the attacks were an inside job organized by elements within the government itself. Theorists questioned major intelligence failures and the specific engineering dynamics behind the collapse of the buildings. And despite experts and structural engineers continually defending the official reports, these theories are still circulating online decades later. Which brings us to a really crucial turning point in our explainer, Section 5. When conspiracies become reality, the anchor of truth. Why are we so quick to doubt official stories in the first place? Well, the answer lies in history. During the Cold War, the CIA launched a very real, highly secretive project called MKUltra. The goal? Literal mind control and psychological experimentation. According to declassified documents, they actually tested drugs like LSD on unknowing, innocent human subjects, using hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological torture. When the shocking details of MKUltra finally leaked to the public in the 1970s, it essentially proved that government cover-ups aren't always just paranoid fiction. Because a ton of documents were deliberately destroyed before investigations even began, researchers are pretty certain the full truth is still hidden. This real-life conspiracy left a deep, lasting scar on public trust. It's the ultimate proof that sometimes the unthinkable is actually true. And man, that changes how you view literally every other story. So, where does all of this leave us? Let's look at Section 6, Why We Seek Answers, Human Nature and the Unknown. Ultimately, why do these theories remain so incredibly powerful? It's actually pretty simple. We naturally seek answers. Whenever governments hide information or when tragedies are just too painful to accept at face value, our brains start searching for deeper meanings. It's a psychological coping mechanism for sure, but it's also a profound display of our innate human curiosity. Conspiracies, whether they're entirely real or completely imagined, have always been part of our story. Some are pure fiction, while others clearly contain nuggets of truth buried beneath secrecy and political power. While some mysteries might eventually reveal shocking truths and others remain hidden forever, our enduring search really reveals a lot more about human nature than the conspiracies themselves. We are always going to want to know what happens behind closed doors. So, the next time you hear a perfectly neat official story, or you spot a little shadow in the historical record, I want to leave you with this final thought. What mystery will you question next?